I would like to invite the other panelist, Melanie Zajacová, head of the Department of Concept of Social Work and Education at the Ministry of Labour and Social Affairs. We already had her today because she was talking about the award also, and she will talk about education of social workers. Mrs. Zajacová, the floor is yours. So I just wanted to share with you through this online environment experience that we have learned at our department from you, social workers from the field. And maybe now I would like to, in fact, share with you something that was already suggested in the previous panel. We didn't know whether we can discuss together. Now we can. It's an interactive, and I have to say that I have heard a lot of energy from your contribution, how much we appreciate our interactive cooperation. It's great. So I'm getting a lot of messages through different channels, and maybe in practice, and maybe in the online environment, how to share, how to be interconnected. Maybe it is also mediated through the application, the platform used for this conference. So let's send messages to each other, let's support each other, and thank you very much again for your participation. So back to my presentation. I'm aware that social workers, hundreds of them, watch me now. Social workers that are experienced, knowledgeable, and the reason why we decided to enroll my paper into the success part of the conference, success of social workers, is because we need to praise each other and we need to know our successes, and then we will manage to do well in the future. When we prepared the conference, we wanted to create a floor for topics dedicated to social workers and creating the interactive floor that will bring successes and inspiration. So let's use it. Let's reflect what successes you have experienced in the few last months, and maybe during the next year you'll be invited as one of the panelists presenting good practice in social work report. So how did we derived those information I'm going to share with you now? At our ministry we have several options. We just, of course, discuss with our colleagues the methodologies of social work, also at the ministry and also at the regional office. We are in contact with the General Directorate of Labor Offices. They mediate information from the labor offices. Today, we just have seen our colleague from the prison service, then social workers contact us themselves, or clients contact us also. They share their experience with us, or they ask about the way how to solve their situation. So in addition to that, during the emergency state, we have used the option of online communication, and we have just posted the questionnaire how social workers are doing in the field, and we have asked our colleagues to fill in to share with us challenges and issues they are facing in their daily life, and also any suggestions. We have collected almost 300 questionnaires. As I said, we have asked open questions, so it was evaluated in a qualitative research, and what I am going to present with you is, in fact, a reflection of a real situation, reflection and thinking of social workers. Maybe at the beginning, I would like to share with you few statistical data. The responses were sent by social workers from the Czech Republic, represented throughout the whole country from all regions. Nevertheless, we have approximately 15 answers per region. Most answers came from Ústí nad Labem region, North Bohemia, where 89 social workers responded. Then, speaking about categories, social workers taking part in the research describe themselves as experienced social workers, and mostly women. And different employers from the entire portfolio of social work were represented. I have selected for you the following mottos. Experience that could have been grouped into 5 topic areas. One of that area, and of course it was already suggested a lot of times before, it's remote communication, cooperation with social workers, information provided to clients, changing the way how we work, strategy of coping and strengthening resilience. So choosing the most frequent answers, of course, remote communication, more frequent telephonic support of clients, or also providing social counseling over phone. What was key for social workers was cooperation among social workers, colleagues, good team spirit within one organization, but primarily the success was about interconnection with other colleagues, like multidisciplinary approach among different institutions. So during the time of pandemic, number of respondents shared that it was working well when social workers were invited as members of the crisis teams, or at least in the position of the observers or consultants. The other key topic was providing information to clients, and also a necessity of active search and addressing of clients, repeated use of different communication channels, and not only the online one in the online environment, but also using leaflets at places visited by clients, frequented by clients, and they also highlighted the importance of the field work, outreach work, and being in touch with clients. So to a certain extent, those are changes that were reflected in the way how service were provided, cooperation with clients and so on. Definitely, we work slightly differently. We have something new, how to do social work at home office, and crisis plans were also frequently suggested. Then the last thing was a strategy of coping and strengthening the resilience. So I would like to share with you a couple of points that were shared, and I think we should use it throughout our way. Optimism, patience, empathy, respect, being a role play example for the others, working in a responsible way, and quite often suggested a human approach and protecting human dignity. As we already discussed for the second day, the issue can be also split into different layers That means different points of view from the perspective of client, or number of comments related to condition, how to perform social work, and also system issues, what is possible or not within the established system. Adding also the view of a social worker employed in the Ministry of Labour and Social Affairs segment. Then we have had similar topics. A lot of suggestions were identical, even though they were not standardized answers, but certain notions were prevailing substantially. Yesterday, I already explained that, in my view, social work is a creative profession. And I think in the last year, more than ever before, the creativity of social workers was demonstrated by a success. And I'm really pleased that despite different fears, measures, or instructions of managers or supervising organizations, a lot of social workers, most of social workers followed the principles of profession being now and here available for the clients, providing support, helping people in difficult circumstances. Maybe you can ask a question why I wished to share with you something that you know you are living, in fact. Well, I just wanted to turn the perspective a little bit, looking to the future, and confirm that, in my view, sharing is benefiting us both in private and public discussions. This conference and its contributions is one of the options how to share experience, how to listen experience and opinions of others that will definitely move us forward. Social work is a profession based on lifelong learning, mutual respect, and mutual cooperation. And social workers are active players, and was explained several times today, within the social work, and to find an important role how to support a person client. They should and must influence local conditions also, or the systems. So we are in the success part. So what can be described as a success? Maybe I should be silent now and give floor to everybody of you. What do you mean by a success in social work? And I think it should be like that because everybody perceives success in social work slightly differently. I would share with you my opinion about what it is a success in social work. In my view, every day where a client does not need an assistance of social worker is a success. Where clients can make it on their own. So every move, every step clients made themselves based on their own decision, it's a success. Well, they are kind of minor steps, but the big success is comprising of a lot of those minor successes. And social work is not a profession that can be reported by number of successful clients. The role of social workers is to accompany clients and offer solutions, and everybody is living their own life. So the biggest success is when clients don't need social worker. So I'm getting to the end. We are celebrating the March being a celebration of social work, World Social Work Day. I think we have covered everything, but still I would like to share with you my view about successes of this conference. I'm personally really happy that we have decided to broadcast the conference online, that we have so many participants. People listen to each other's experience, and you are communicating, we are communicating, which was proven in the contributions we have heard. And that's why this conference assured me that we have a potential to develop social work, talk about it in public environment, and I really wish that next year we'll hear your contributions. Speaking about successes, I think we have managed that the contributions of the panelists, including the foreign guests and participants, we were all communicating together, and in fact we pursued mutual interest, fulfilling the needs of our clients and also fulfilling our own needs. I will come back to my study period, human relationships as a tool of our profession. So it's really good book, and we just follow that. Ubuntu, the motto of today's profession is I believe we are the Ubuntu motto. So it is really good that we are aware of it, and that's why I would like to ask you to share heart for social workers, or through the clip through social networks. Let's radiate the positive energy social workers are giving to the world. Do your job with a heart, and I'm looking forward for the cooperation, and looking forward meeting you in the next month, latest at the conference next year. Take care of yourself, and thank you very much for your contribution to the profession of social work. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Zajacová. We're joining the Heart for Social Work, and thank you very much for the summary of social work over the past few months through the perspective of social workers themselves.